Good morning. I'm super early, but I'd rather be early than late. Like there have been those times when you've all sat here waiting for me, which is not acceptable. You have to forgive the lighting; it's quite harsh at the minute. Look super shiny, but it is what it is. It's coffee time. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Let's move that up a little bit. There we go. And I thought I would just drop in super quick and I'll be able to trim this first 5 minutes out. So, g'day, Diana. Lovely. It's hot over home. I can assure you it's stinking hot up here or down here, depending how you look at it. Anyway, yeah, thought I'd pop in. I will start and oh gosh. Hey, Nova. Snowed in. I'd rather be snowed in than sweating at 4 o'clock in the morning. You'll have to excuse the kittens. They're running amok. I haven't fed them yet, so they are not best pleased with me right now. Crazy kittens. Oh, did you? Sorry. Facebook notifications have been so dodgy lately. I'm so frustrated with them. Hi, Sonia. They're just, I don't know. I get a notification, so I click on it. You know how you used to be able to click on them and it would take you to the notification, and then there's nothing there. Or I like read something. It's 4 o'clock. It's just gone after 4 a.m. I'll read something, and before I know it, it's the same notification from like 3 days ago. Sorry, I'm gonna have to get rid of it. Aussie as in Australia or Aussie as in Aussie oi, being Austin. How you doing, Sharon? I'm doing well. Got my coffee, my massive coffee, because 4 a.m. It's 4 a.m. Friday here, and I thought my husband's already up and out of bed, so I can do a live. Okay, it's hot, Australia. Hot, Diana. Australia is hot. I hope that's the kittens at the screen door. G'day, Misty. Thanks, Karen. Good afternoon. Oh, yes. So I thought I would start just a couple of minutes early. I just wish it's just that really muggy, and I shouldn't complain because it often means rain, so that's good. But it's just muggy, it's like sweaty at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's not pleasant. Almost midday. I am well, thank you, Natalie. Thank you all. So I will start to answer some questions in a couple of minutes because I said I would go live at 4:15. I got on really early. G'day, Sherry. Oh, snowing. I've never seen snow. Probably know that because we talk all the time. It's going to get lighter over here as the sun comes up. The sun comes up in about 15, 20 minutes. So it won't look so dark and gloomy over there. And who knows what will appear, what kind of mess. Oh, look, got chocolate on my face. My family has had 3 inches of in crow's nest. They're so happy. Oh, the rain. Yes, I was thinking snow. Yes, the rain has been good. I feel like in Toowoomba it's been a bit of a bubble, but yeah, we've definitely gotten some good rain. Snow. I will come to Ohio one day. Raining in the UK. Good evening, Caroline. All right. So I'm just going to take one more sip of coffee. Snow, snow, snow. I don't think I'll have many Australians with me at this hour because A, it's a Friday morning. B, school holiday, so I don't expect that any of my friends were getting up from down south here. 5 o'clock in some states, only 4 a.m. here. So it's also like 1 o'clock in other states. I'm very well, thank you, Alison. Oh, yum, Natalie. Natalie's having shepherd's pie. All right, so get started. I thought, as you know, been uploading every day, and it's funny how you just stop vlogging one day and then it's really hard to pick up again for 2 days. So I did start yesterday morning. Austin had his friend over still, and I went and like put a load of washing on, and I think that's where the camera is, because like I put it down and then that was the last bit of vlogging that I did. So I presume the camera is in the laundry. And I've noticed when I'm doing my editing, it often looks like I'm still standing in the same spot, because I'm always, wherever I put the camera down is where I stop filming, and then I pick it up and start filming again. So it's quite funny in the editing process when you see, it doesn't even look like you've gone anywhere. You say it's 2 hours later, but is it? Because it's literally the next scene. So I have been enjoying the vlogging and the editing part, but as I said, editing in the afternoon is not ideal for me because, well, it's hot in here. In this room in particular, it gets really hot in the afternoons, and I underestimate how long editing takes, and so before I know it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and yeah, so I'm gonna figure that out. That's been a really good lesson from Vlogmas. I do love vlogging. I've learned that. I remembered how fun that is to just kind of share every day and interact. Although I've been really slack on the replying, and I know people have said stop saying that you're sorry, but I am. Yeah, I could have spent some time doing that yesterday when I wasn't vlogging, but I didn't. So g'day, Julie. I'm glad you could make it. Oh, thank you, Sherry. So yeah, I will have to pick that up. G'day, Barb. So yeah, the vlogging slacked off yesterday, and I thought I'll just do a live tomorrow. That'll save time. And I've been wanting to do this Christmas tag that was put together by another Aussie vlogging mum, and I've put the link to her channel in the description box. So if you want to check out her tag and her channels, she has just a really beautiful home and she's just lovely. So yeah, definitely check Taryn out. She's also linked in hers a few other Aussie vlogging mums who have done the tag or intended to do the tag. So you can check those out as well if you're into Aussie vlogging mums. Very diverse group of characters, but that's true for everywhere, I guess. Probably the one thing we have in common is that we're mums and we live in Australia. Other than that, very different, I would say. Hi, Maria. That's okay. You're here now. Okay, so yeah, as I said, this tag was created by her. She said that she read them in like a Home Beautiful magazine or something. Something celebrities were asked. So, oh geez, big snowstorm, right? Yeah, so I thought I would answer those so that I'm not just sitting here rambling and like jumping on questions. So if I ignore your questions, I apologize. Also, if I look down here, I'm looking at myself when I should be looking up here. Anyway, I'll do my best. Okay, so the first question is, what colors are you using for your Christmas decorating this year? And you guys have seen my decorating. I don't do color themes. I tend to stick with the traditional kinds of colors of red and green, I guess. More that muted green. I try to do more Aussie decor, so gum nuts and cockatoos instead of, I don't know, deers and cherries or something. I don't know. Cherries are a summer fruit, so I don't know what I'm saying, but I don't do color themes. So let me see what you guys are doing. Diana's doing traditional colors. So you're doing red and green. What else? What colors are you guys doing? Oh, gum nuts. They are literally the seeds from gum trees. I should find some. Yeah, they're like little, just little seeds from gum trees. Gold, red, and black. Not feeling the Christmas spirit, Nova. Meh. Decorating's overrated. Let's face it. You pull out all of these decorations for less than a month because I pack mine up on Christmas Eve, on New Year's Eve. There's so much mess and clutter around. I've been really glad to just, just keep it really simple this year because I'm not going to be finding, in theory, Christmas decorations until till August. Thank you, Kathy. I love having you here. Grey and pink. I like that. That sounds lovely. That's Alison's got grey and pink. Red, green, and silver, Julie. That's lovely. Yeah, Maria. It seems like it. I think we've spent a lot of time in our homes this year, haven't we? So it just feels like maybe who are we decorating for? I don't know. Silver, red, and red. Sherry is doing. I love that, Nova. It has been a rough year, but I think we can learn from it. There's been some real learnings. And obviously there's no understanding death and loss, but some good stuff has happened. Red, green, and gold for Natalie. Silver, turquoise, and seashells. That sounds beautiful, Barb. That sounds very Australian. It's not uncommon for coastal people. G'day, has yarn photography. Australians would often do like a sea theme. Those that live by the beach, obviously. Oh, I can imagine, Maria. It has, those of us who live with anxiety and depression to start with, having this, it is, it's been a testing year for sure, but we're nearly through. Melanie, g'day from Germany. Well, hello from Germany. Hello to g'day to Germany. Red, green, and gold for you. See, Caroline, that's it. Like you have all this. Well, for me, like I've spent all year decluttering and clearing off surfaces and trying to get a little bit more minimal, and then I pop all these decorations out. It just seems kind of redundant. And I definitely kept it simple this year just because I was like, I gotta pack all this away. So I'm sorry to hear that, Sharon. Oh, thank you, Maria. Oh, that's so lovely. I adore you guys too, which is why I feel bad when I don't upload because I appreciate how much time you guys give me. So, oh, wow. 100% it's okay not to have a show home. This is how I look at it. And as much as I get stuck into it myself, I look at it like this. If something can be outsourced, like if you can literally hire someone to come and do something, then it shouldn't be on your radar for something that measures you. Oh, thank you, Momoni. So, you can literally hire someone to come and clean your house. Is that going to change who you are if you do or you don't? So I think provided you can do the little bits, and I'm going to be concentrating a lot on that in the new year, is about the little things that you can do just in the first hour of your day, whatever time that is, then you can, sorry, I get distracted by this. The first hour of your day, you get a half a dozen things done, and if you do nothing else for the rest of the day, that's okay, because that's what your brain and your body need right now. And so that is what I'm going to be doing lots of in the coming year. I've got lots of plans. I should move on to the second question. And the second question was, what are some of your family traditions? I'd love to hear from you guys. And I have spoken about this. We don't have a lot of family traditions. It's funny though, the kids, they adopt family traditions, don't they? Or they create them. They'll say, oh, we do this at every year. And you're like, we kind of did it last year and maybe the year before, but I wouldn't say we did it every year. But I guess in their time frame, it is every year. So Yes, first hour of the day, regardless of when you get up, that's the plan. I quite like our breakfast tradition, but like this year is probably not going to do that as much as I wanted to because we're going to do the big lunch. But that's okay. I just decided that for me, the Christmas tradition needs to be deciding how you want to feel on that one day. And that leaves it open to celebrating, as you say, the birth of Jesus and read the story of his birth. If that's something that's in your family, then, that's something to do. And I'm kind of open to my kids exploring that side of life. Like I would love for them to integrate that sort of stuff. But I, take their lead on that regard. My in-laws are coming up for Christmas, so they'll be with us on Christmas Day, as will my parents. So that'll be really lovely. Oh, hi Samantha. I'm sorry to hear you're not doing great. Morphine sounds good, however. Yeah. So my in-laws will be here, and then on Boxing Day, they've invited us to their place. They're going to do like a big seafood thing, and my husband's brother and nephews and that sort of stuff. Those people are hoping to be there. So I haven't confirmed that yet, but that is the plan. And can I just confess that I'm half thinking maybe I'll just send my husband and the kids and get like some time to myself. Is that terrible? I don't know. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. And yes, I do love seafood though, so that's kind of the pull. Plus, my nephews, I do love them, so it'll be great to see them. But they're 25, so it's only so many conversations you can have with them. Okay, I get to make pizza from scratch every year for Christmas. Oh, lovely. Oh, don't worry, Alison. You've missed 2 questions because I ramble, so you're not missing anything. See, that sounds lovely, Alison. So I got Alison Hill and Alison Craig. Sorry, I hope you don't mind me saying your surnames. I just did. Anyway, I'll be trying to keep you guys straight. Kittens, just a sec. Oh, you're naughty. Sorry. Naughty Comet climbing the front screen door, and I thought someone was trying to get in. It's just Comet. G'day, Casper. Yes. Stay low with COVID. Oh, the beach is a fair way from where you live, Diana. We don't do the beach. Yeah, same, Samantha. Locked in my room, wrapping presents. It is really tough. This year's been really tough. Oh, welcome, Casper. Glad to have you here. Aww. How lovely, Melanie. That's a very early stage in parenting. Christmas Eve is appetizers and desserts, Barb. Go to church on Christmas Day. We open gifts with our children, adult kids, grandchildren. Come for gifts and a big dinner. Lovely. Yay, Julie. Glad you're here. Lovely, Sharon. I know. Full lockdown is rough. Oh, thanks, Caspar. Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Oh, lovely. We love Canada here. Thanks, guys. Oh, okay. That makes sense, Diana. If you live at the Gold Coast, you go to the beach. Okay, so the third question is, what are your favorite place to shop for daycare and tableware? Kmart. Do you know what I do though? And I try to do it every year, but who knows? I try to save some money from Christmas to go to the sales in the week after Christmas. And I've been a little bit disappointed in recent years. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get all the wrapping paper for next year and all the decorations. Comet. It's getting into my plant again. G'day, Mel. And yeah, I just try to buy decorations for next year, which seems a bit silly because like you buy them and then just pack them away. But it's kind of I kind of resent buying full price decorations because you know that the day after Christmas they go to at least half price. So you can get really good quality decorations the day after Christmas, and that's what I try to do. We'll see if I get around to that this year. Amazon or eBay? Oh, that's a good idea, Sharon. I hadn't thought about that. No worries, Kathy. Thank you for being here. Oh, Comet is really naughty. I'm so sad he ate my plant. I had it like 2 meters long it was. He's a nasty boy. I don't know why he ate it. Just being mean. And the cuttings, like I had at least 6 or 7 little cuttings and they had started to sprout roots and a little leaf and he ate them. Really? I had to like contain myself because Ozzy had his mate over and I was like, who ate my plants? Oh, yeah. That's a good idea, Julie. Facebook Marketplace. All right. Yeah, well, as you know, Diana, we're not allowed to have rabbits in Queensland. There's like a $53,000 fine if you do. No visitors inside for Christmas. We're allowed 5 days to only mingle with 2 other sets of families. It's so rough, Samantha. There you go. Yeah, that's it. Like getting the wrapping paper in particular, I clearly didn't do it last year because I have 2 rolls of wrapping paper and one of them is wrecked on the floor in Maeve's room. So, why, Bob? What did I say that you're saying why to? Sorry. I feel like I've been watching a lot of videos about ADHD and I feel like I relate because I get so easily distracted. I forget things all the time. Oh, happy birthday, Alison H. Tier 3 lockdown. So sad. Oh, why the fine for rabbits? Rabbits are pests here in Queensland. So they do a lot of damage to the land. So for some reason, we're not allowed to have them as pets. We actually have, fun fact, there's actually a fence called the rabbit proof fence. Look it up because there's some interesting history about it. There's also a movie about our first Australians related to the rabbit proof fence, which is really, it's called Rabbit Proof Fence, but it's about our first Australians. And yeah, it's sad. I'll give you that much. Very, very sad and very shameful on the part of immigrated Australians. That's the trouble, Minimal Zebra. Is Maeve's birthday is late November, obviously, so we don't decorate till after that. But it's so hard. I have a friend whose daughter is born on Boxing Day, so if she didn't decorate till then, just be packing it away. Hi, Amandra. It is a sad movie, isn't it? There you go, Alison H. Just it's the same. 49.50. Yeah, it is sad though, Bub. Shameful for white Australians. Okay, so the third question is, what are your favorite place? Oh wait, that is the third question. The fourth question is, how are you wrapping your presents this year? Paper and sticky tape. I love these people who like color code their presents and they, do ribbons and all that sort of stuff. But you know me, lazy as they come. So if it's something that I have to pick up on the next day, I'm not going to do it. I have seen people do no paper wrapping, which is kind of cool, but that's a lot of tea towels too. Although we do know I love my tea towels. Good. So the people wrap presents in paper or not paper, linen or material and things like that, rather than paper and sticky tape. So yeah. What else are you doing? I bet you I can't find the sticky tape 30,000 times as well. Yeah, no color coordinating. Like I said, I've got 2 rolls of paper, and one of those is already ripping on Maeve's floor as we speak because teenagers. Oh, you don't do Boxing Day in the US? I guess it's just another day off, really, here, and Boxing Day is really just about where you generally go to the other side of the family. So if you went to one side on Christmas Day, do you hear that? Boxing Day, you go on to the other family. Yes, there you go. Reusable fabric sacks. That's another thing. I thought about it. And I'm definitely going to be minimizing single use things in the new year. That's one of my goals. I'm well, thank you, Sharon. G'day, Helen. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. Maybe some year. Maybe that will be something. I'll keep an eye out for options when I go do the after Christmas shop. Gosh, that cat, he is being so naughty. I wish you could hear him. It's because I haven't fed them. I didn't know if to feed them before or after. Oh, that's mean, Alison. That's kind of funny too. That's tradition for you. That will be tough, Diana. Okay, let me. You're chatting a bit too fast for me, so I'll try and catch up. Okay. Yeah, don't watch it right now. It will not make you feel happy. The rabbit-proof fence. Yes, Barb. I think that was my thinking last year. Use all the wrapping paper and then buy more, but I might have left myself a bit short with 2 half rolls. I don't even know how much is on each of those. So we'll see. I like to buy the better quality wrapping paper, which is why I wait until after Christmas to buy them, because otherwise it just rips and it's just annoying. So I do buy the thicker paper, which landfill. Anyway, I am sorry to hear about your grandmother, Diana. My best friend's grandma just passed away 2 days ago. So we are just, she was a magic lady. I'm feeling a bit helpless because I don't know how to help her. I know she's a very wonderful woman. So I'm just trying to be there for her. Yeah. Can never find the end of the sticky tape. Natalie, I saw Emily Norris was wrapping Christmas presents the other day, and she had something on her hand that had the sticky tape on it. I was like, I need to get me something that, because the amount of times that I lose the sticky tape and the wrapping paper when wrapping the same present, even if I'm only wrapping one, is absurd. So I need to do something like that. Sharon, did I answer you? Sorry, my memory is shocking. I am very well, thank you. The sun is starting to come up, so it's looking like might cool down a little bit. It's very overcast outside from what I can see. It is sad. Oh, it's so rough, Helen. Oh, Comet's just been a monster. He's climbing the screen door and then sitting on top of the door frame. Yeah, he's horrible. Yeah, wrapping paper is a good option. I meant newspaper. My issue with newspaper is I don't believe that, how do I say this without offending? I actually refuse to buy the local print media because I feel like it's sensationalized and really like not much better than a tabloid, quite frankly. And I don't want to support those. So that's why I don't buy newspaper. Yeah, Christmas paper. Okay, here we are. All right. Pillowcases could work for sure. That's a good idea. I threw so many pillowcases out. Christmas paper set, brown paper, paper tape, and string. Sustainable, minimal, and reusable. My friend and I work. That sounds lovely, Alison C. Wrapping paper and bows. My husband is an amazing wrapper and uses beautiful ribbon. How lovely, Julie. My husband he's probably wrapped 5 presents. This year will be different. I will say, I don't know if there's a question that will answer this, but this year is going to be very different. So I'll talk about that. Remind me, because, brain, sieve, forget. Okay. It's so tough, Caroline. I remember actually when your grandma passed last year. Yeah, my friend will really feel it this year. Especially because her funeral is after Christmas. So like she passed away 2 days ago and then they're having her funeral on the 30th. So that's going to be really sad. They won't have even had that closure. Yeah, anyway. One's two. Emily Norris is lovely. I do really like her. I really like her. Oh gosh, that's rough. Canada does Boxing Day. What do you do on Boxing Day, Sherry? Do you do like the opposite family thing? Yeah, it is a very hard season. Wrist tape. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Okay, so question, I think, yes, Emily Norris is a YouTuber. She's a UK YouTuber, Barb. She's really lovely. She's got 3 boys, and she's actually from Canada originally, so she has a kind of like a different accent. Like it's not fully UK, but it's not fully Canadian either. So, and yeah, I don't know. I just really like her. Okay, so where are we up to? Question 5. What is your favorite Christmas dish to make or eat? Well, I'm going to be making the cob loaf dip, which is pretty common, like standard party thing. So it is bacon and cheese pavlova. Bacon and cheese, not pavlova. Bacon and cheese in a cob loaf. Like those round cob. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. But basically, and all the cheese and bacon and onion and everything is all melted in it, and you just dip it in, and so lovely. I'll be making that. Shortbread. I need to do some baking. I pulled out the festive recipe book for my Thermomix and kind of went through it, and a lot of that had like things like pavlova and baking, and I've often made gifts from it. So I've often made like rosemary salt and that sort of stuff in the Thermomix. So I might get around to that and sharing that. That'll be something I can do. Oh, pigs in blankets. We have asked for that this year. I love pigs in a blanket. And my mother-in-law brings her amazing potato salad, and we did ask for deviled eggs. So I don't make those. It's good having her. Her potato salad's awesome. Pernell over here is Puerto Rican dish. Oh, yum. That sounds lovely. Raising Rayburns, tell me your name again. I know. I should know your name. Please forgive me for not knowing. Oh, sweet potatoes with pecans. Sounds lovely, Julie. Yorkshire puds. I haven't had Yorkshire puds for ages. My aunt lived with an aunt for a while, and she used to make roast lamb and Yorkshire pudding every Sunday. So good. I should try that. Yeah, that's right, Diana. You'll have to give it a shot. The only thing I like about pavlova is the fruit and the cream, to be honest. Carol, of course, Carol. Oh, God, I'm a duffer. Chicken, turkey. So let me confirm, your pigs in a blanket, are they prunes wrapped in, doesn't make sense, wrapped in bacon? That's what we call pigs in the blanket. Oh, rumbles. Yeah. My mum always said that rumbles was a waste of rum. Oh, so my mother-in-law said she will bring trifle or cheesecake. And I feel like Christmas isn't Christmas without trifle, but I prefer cheesecake. So did I reply to her? I don't think I did. Oops. You do have to have it, Alison H. Oh, sausages wrapped in bacon. Oh, well, I wonder what prunes wrapped in bacon is, because that's yummy. Oh, hot dogs wrapped in pastry. There you go. So it's something everywhere. Roasted Brussels sprouts. They're not too bad. Oh, apple crisp. I love anything apple. Peas and sausages wrapped in bacon. Duh, that makes total sense. But I wonder what the prunes wrapped in bacon is called. I thought they were called pigs in a blanket. But yeah, we do love those. Apricot balls. Diana, do you make those? It's often rum balls and apricot balls. I know, Nova. Deviled eggs is like boiled eggs, and then the yolk is mixed with like a curry and maybe some mayonnaise or something, and then they're kind of like piped back into the eggs. Oh wait, so you cut them in half. You better YouTube it, Helen, because clearly I've never made them. Homemade roast potatoes, yum yum. Pigs in duvets, basically sausage rolls. There you go. Okay. Nanaimo bars. Tell us about those, Belle. Scallops in bacon. That sounds good. Nor have I Nova, but it's like 10 to 5, so that makes sense. Okay, so tell Mel from my Minimal Chaos, somewhere, there we go, is going to tell us about Nanaimo bars. Of course, Sharon. No bacon. Oh, Diana, that's brave. Sometimes we have champagne and orange juice with breakfast. But yeah, my stepdad will definitely crack a beer at like 10 a.m. My stepdad will attend church, probably. He attends, when he comes here, he attends the Lutheran church up the road. So we usually like open presents, and then he goes to church and we kind of cook breakfast, and then we bring, and then when he returns, we have breakfast, and then usually within an hour or so, he's asking where lunch is. So, sewer pig. Okay. All right. I might just. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, we've been found by the bots. Let me just block them. Block. Hide. There we go. Did I block them in time? Sorry, guys. The bots found us. That's sort of why I have to, oh, gosh. So I have to watch what the comments while I'm chatting to you. Champagne at 6 a.m. My goodness. No wonder everyone's sleeping. Sometimes random people will find lives and they'll just start throwing comments in, and so you've got to be really quick to get rid of them. Yeah, so they're not here for us. Ah, sweet, isn't it? I think that Dr. Hussein Zafar called me a sewer pig. You're welcome. Okay. Hi. We may have found another. All right, so question 5 is good gravy. I got to say that, Bob. Good gravy. Ferrero Rocher, or every year. I know, Natalie, it's disappointing. Anyway, so yeah, that's why I have to be distracted so that I keep an eye on that so we don't get bombed like that. Oh, fruitcake's never been my thing, but it does say Christmas, doesn't it, Diana? Do you do the one like soaked in all the alcohol, or is that just my family? Okay, ham is always Christmas too, I think. If you're not having ham, we do have mince pies. Is it the fruit mince pies though? Not a fan. We do like beef mince pies. Yep, soaked in alcohol. Yeah, Christmas cake isn't really. My mother-in-law makes this amazing dessert, which is just way too rich, but it's got lots of alcohol in it. I've never, I've never liked it, to be honest, but she makes it every year, and I just do the. Oh, so nice. Oh wait, I missed your answer. What it was, Mel? Oh, here we go. Baked square layered. The base is chocolate. A walnut cake, then vanilla custard layer topped with thick chocolate. Gee, that sounds terrible now. Okay, here we go. More bots. Ay, ay, ay. There we go. Hopefully I got rid of it. Sorry, guys. It's frustrating. Okay. Yeah, gotta be quick. Gotta be quick, Natalie. Okay, so question 6 is favorite Christmas movie. Thanks, Hot Cook. Favorite Christmas movie. Oh, that's cool, Mel. Good. Oh, thanks, Julie. Have a great day. Enjoy. Christmas Carol. Yes, I love the Christmas Carol one. I like the Muppets Christmas Carol one. Dory. Nativity, that's nice. I was thinking about my husband loves the Griswold movies. That's kind of his family tradition. White Christmas. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how she had a quiet day, Alison. Yeah, my favorite Christmas movie. Yeah, it's definitely probably A Christmas Carol. The Muppets Christmas Carol is probably my favorite. Polar Express is lovely. I used to like, because I was on my own a lot on Christmas Day. I used to always watch. Um, I've never watched Elf, but I used to watch A Very Brady Christmas. That seemed to be on every Christmas Day. I don't suppose I never watched the Brady Bunch as a kid, but I always watched the Christmas thing. I am. Julie, I'm both exhausted and really happy high because I just love chatting to you guys. Oh, bye, Sharon. Good luck. Have a lovely Christmas if I don't chat to you soon. Alison, I love Miracle on 34th Street. Trading Placements, Muppets Christmas Carol. It's a Wonderful Life. Oh, that's a beautiful one too. Christmas Vacation. Yes. Love the Griswolds. Our family is a bit like the Griswolds. National Lampoons. Yep. All right. The next question. Oh, lovely. The Grinch. Oh, sweet, Alison. It is like I am fully like I'm shining because it's hot, hot, hot. I'll have to watch The Elf because I've heard really good things about it. Rosie's been wanting to do like a Christmas movie thing, so we might do that. Oh, lovely, Diana. Okay, question 7, a favorite Christmas soundtrack. Like, is it really Christmas if you're not listening to Michael Bublé or Dolly? You'll know I'm listening to some Dolly. Or even Mariah Carey. Okay. For some reason, your message got held for review. Barb, I haven't heard of that one. That sounds cool. Oh, the Celtic Women, that's the soundtrack you like? Australian Jingle Bells is the best. Love it. Oh, Amandra, that sounds fun. Any song with Carol in it? Fair enough. Raise a Carol. George Michael, Last Christmas, of course. I really love, my kids have really gotten into singing Christmas carols. I've noticed Ozzy like wakes up and just tells Google to play Christmas music. It's really cute. So there's that. Okay. Okay, question. Oh gosh. So question 8 is actually, are you doing any decorating in your garden? Well, I'm guessing for those of you who are getting foots of snow, you're not doing decorating in your garden. In Australia, obviously, it's quite common to put up some lights and have a lot of outdoor kind of activities at this time of year. No worries, Diana. So I have those like metal things that I bought last year. If you guys were around, Kmart had some Australian themed metal decorations that are out in the garden. I just kind of funny because the cockatoo has a scarf on it. I'm like, I get it. You're saying it's Christmas, but cockatoos generally are not wearing scarves in 40-degree heat. Just saying. Like, pick a theme. But there's that. Yeah, we really need to, I might do a light tour at some stage this week. We might do it tomorrow night, so I'll take you guys on that if you like that. I also did do like a Kmart shop with me with Rosie the other day. Oh, and I don't know if you guys would really be interested, so I might just like slip that in for those of you who like to just kind of see what Kmart's looking like. But I was literally holding my phone like here, so I didn't look very obvious. But I know I captured some really cool moments when Rosie saw some things that she wanted. I took her shopping so she could buy her siblings presents. Excuse me. So she got some presents for them, and also got a little heads up on what she would like. Love it, Alison. Oh, cool. I just love pentatonic. How do you even say that? I don't even know, Julie. But oh, that's rough, Alison, especially in lockdown. I love the song that they did with Dolly, of course. They did Jolene with Dolly. Oh, love it. That's how I found them. It was just glorious. Okay, so that's the garden one. And question 9, how did you spend your Christmas during your childhood? Well, I talked about that the other day, and some of this too. It was pretty ordinary. I mean, there were some good Christmases. I remember one year we did go to my nana's and all my cousins were there, and we put on Christmas concerts. So that was fun. I sort of vaguely remember that. I would have been maybe 5. I think it was the Christmas before or after my grandfather passed away. So I don't know. I enjoyed it. We had fun. And it was at the beach. So she actually lived at Caloundra, which is on the Sunshine Coast. And like she lived literally 2 streets from the beach. So Pentatonics. Still butchered it, Julie. But we get it. Yeah, so that was Christmas. Jumping off the jetty at the beach at Nanny's house was one of the things that I remember. And when we lived at the property that we lived on for a couple of years, tonics. Okay, pentatonics. Okay, thanks, Bob. We used to go down to the creek and cut down like just a tree. It wasn't a Christmas tree. It wasn't your traditional fir tree or anything like that. It was just like a bush tree. Maybe it wouldn't have been like a gum tree or anything. Maybe it was. I don't know. It was usually just a branch of a tree, to be honest. And we'd drag it back up and put it in a bucket of sand and have that as the Christmas tree in the homestead. So that was one of the things I remember too. Us kids used to do it, big kids and little kids. So that was half the fun. It was really basic decorations and probably a nightmare to clean up, to be honest. So there was that. Okay, the next question is Taryn has like written them out, but she's gotten like 7.2, 8.2. Anyway, what do you do on Boxing Day? So we did talk about that a little bit. But like I said, I go to my in-laws. What do you guys do on Boxing Day? I think someone said they don't really do Boxing Day. It's really about the sales, isn't it, in some places? But Boxing Day is kind of an extension of Christmas Day for us. Oh, wow. Big barbecue and swim. And no doubt get sunburnt, Diana. So that's what I don't like. I'm so pale. I don't like being out in the sun. Yes, we're still here, Rachel. We haven't quite got to question, or technically we've gotten to question 10, I think. But there's still one more question. Very sunburnt. Kids on a sherry after hit us up. Boxing Day was Dad's family coming to us to see our prezzies. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, for us, like it's Christmas Day and Boxing Day. They're kind of like the extension. You kind of eat all the leftovers on Boxing Day, or you go see the other side of the family. Quite often in Christmas past, my husband would work Christmas Eve and the day after Boxing Day, so he'd only get Christmas Day and Boxing Day off. So we never went anywhere or did anything because you just don't want to be traveling half the day, and it's always quite treacherous on the roads, especially Boxing Day, because everyone's kind of traveling that day and people have celebrated the day before. It's always a very high accident rate on Boxing Day, sadly, because obviously people have consumed on Christmas Day and are sometimes over the limit or are tired, that sort of thing. So probably not this year, Alison, no. Chips and of course lots of goodies. Yeah, Sharon, it's kind of you eat all the leftovers, don't you? We tend to eat the leftovers for like a week up to that. Queen's Speech, of course, Alison, we watched that as well. Oh, that'll be lovely, Diana. Yeah. I hope that happens. So, yeah, this Christmas, I was going to talk about that in terms of how it's different this year because my husband's running his own business. He's still working his other job, but in the way that Christmas has fallen this year, he's actually going to get Christmas Day, Boxing Day, the day after Boxing Day, and all the way up to he'll have to work the 29th and then he'll work the 31st. So then he'll get New Year's Day, and a couple of days after that as well. So that's good. It's going to work out really well for us. 2022, Natalie, Christmas in Australia. I would like to be in the Northern Hemisphere in 2022, but it seems like a bit of a pipe dream. Yeah. All right. So the last question is, it's taken an hour to answer 10 or 11 questions, is what is the funniest thing on your kids' wish list this year or any year? I will, Diana. I'll come to Utah. Yes. Oh, that's a big break. That's lovely. Hezone, Hexzone Photography. I'll have to know your first name. Yeah. Hogmanay. Tell us more about that, Alison C. Hi, Rose. Hogmanay. I haven't heard of that before. Thank you, Hannah. Yes, so this medicine from hospital. Fun times. Hi, Ellen. Yay. Christmas lights. Yes. Sadly, we did put Christmas lights in our front trees one year, but then someone just came and took them. So we don't do that anymore. Don't want to encourage them. to vandalize, so we just don't. Some of our neighbors though do like the whole thing on the roof and stuff like that, so we probably need to go for just a walk around our neighborhood to have a good look. I don't have kids yet, but my brother has 6 kids, and kids ask for another baby every year. Oh, really? Yeah, my kids are not asking for babies, thank God. Now, Rosie has said, it's the funniest thing, I don't know if I've told you, but Rosie basically said, all I want for Christmas is a ukulele, and if I don't get a ukulele, I want everything else. Okay, ukulele it is. I will, Julie. I'll come to Washington for sure. My husband grew or lived in Virginia as a kid, so it's definitely something he wants to do. Yeah. So needless to say, Rosie was easy. Oh, New Year's Eve. Fair enough. Hi, Sherry from Alaska. Hi, Linny. You're up early. What's 6 o'clock there, isn't it, in Adelaide? Wait, Adelaide. Yes, 6 a.m. in Adelaide. It's only 5 a.m. here in Queensland. Yep. Ukulele it is. Too easy. Maeve's probably the hardest to buy for. So we got her Hamilton tickets for her birthday, but that's not until August next year, which seems pretty wise because there has actually been a COVID breakout in Sydney just in the last 24 hours. So that is quite concerning because all our borders are all wide open, and they don't really know where this breakout has come from. We have had no community transmissions in Queensland for months and months and months. So, yeah, I think COVID is coming for us again. Titanic submersible toy for 2 years in a row now. And it's a toy from 1999 you saw on YouTube. Oh, it's not happening. Santa's great. It's not that good. Maeve is getting very grown up. So I'm thinking Maeve can have cash. Oh, there you go. Hannah knows something about Hogmanay. I have never heard of it. 5:30. Okay, so you're half hour behind Queensland. Half hour in front of Queensland. Okay, Linny's. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Austin used to ask for a real dinosaur. Yes. Yeah, my kids always get practical gifts like school bags and things like that because obviously it's a new year for school, so they generally get that sort of stuff as well. I don't want to say too much of what they're getting because flapping ears, you never know who's awake. 7 p.m. in the UK, Hannah. Oh, that's a good idea, Sherry. I love that you guys know my kids better than me. Jones is going to be happy with anything Toy Story or trains. Oh, no, Julie. Don't do ferrets. I don't think they're very common in Australia. It's hot and sweaty already. Maeve really likes shopping, so I thought about she's always saying she's got no clothes. I might actually take her op shopping, which is like thrift store shopping. She quite likes buying secondhand, so we might do that. And yeah, like I said, Jonah's just going to get Toy Story or Thomas things. Better get onto that, Diana. It's a bit pressury. That's a good idea, Natalie. I could even make the apron. Well, put her name on it. She's always saying how her name's never on things, so I'll just name everything with her name on it. Hi, 8 in the evening, Helen. It is 5 a.m. here, and it's hot. Yeah, see, I think that's right, Diana. Take your time, no rush. Let me see. Yeah, I could just like buy an apron and put her name on it with the cricket that I never use. And they're all getting like personalized water bottles and stuff like that. I know, Sherry. I'm so well. Here's the thing, though. Maeve loves clothes from the 90s, so I'm like, it feels weird buying clothes that I bought like 20 years ago, 20 something years ago. So she literally would have loved the clothes that I had in my wardrobe back then. And she's always taking my husband's band shirt, so she's always wearing his clothes. She just walks in and like ruffles through his drawers. It's quite funny, actually. They all need shoes and all those practical things. Usually get beach towels. I don't know why I buy beach towels when we don't go to the beach, but often I do. It's like one of those things that you always got for Christmas with swimmers and beach towels. And then at Easter time you got pajamas. So exactly, Diana. Maeve just loves them. Fair enough, Hannah. New beds and toys and leads. We're thinking about giving our dogs taking them to the spa, or rather just like the dog groomers, and just giving them a good old scrub and bath and brush and, just a treat for being good puppies. Thinking about doing that. Kittens, on the other hand, not my favourite critters this year, since I ate my tree, ate my plants. Yeah. Kittens are spoiled. Oh, that's cute, Hannah. Wait, Hannah, is that you? A toy for your rabbit. Do rabbits play? That's cute, Hannah. Hannah. Well, we've chatted before, right? I'm terrible. 5 a.m. Friday. Julie, it sure is. So today I'm taking Jones to kindy and cleaning again. Hannah, I'm such an idiot. I'm sorry. Goodness me. That's a shame, Rose. Is anyone else having trouble? I don't know if it could be like the weather. Well, so we've been here for an hour now. If you haven't already, this is so dorky, hit the thumbs up. How many people? We've got 32 people here, so if you hit the thumbs up, that'd be tops. Oh, catnip. I saw Kmart have catnip bubbles. I'm going to get those for the kittens, even though they don't deserve it. Oh, that's cute, Diana. So that was the 10 questions. Babies and dinosaurs is generally the funniest. The ukulele, which I think is kind of cute. Rosie's such a golden soul. Comet. Comet's pretty calm, but when he gets crazy, he gets crazy. And Star's a bit, I don't know. Oh, really? Okay, Hannah, I'll see what they think. Oh, they probably won't like it. They'd much prefer to eat my plants. Star's right here. Hey, little girl. Come, Mama. Come here, say hello. Oh, she's filthy now. She's like, why'd you disturb me? Look here. Comet, I prefer to her. She's not as, oh, she's snuggly. She's just so demanding. Yeah, Natalie, I probably will. Actually, Rose has kind of taught herself how to play, and there is like a lunchtime activity at school called Strings Club, and oh, this is Star. This is Star Hannah. She is a bit more smoochy. I think Comet's filthy. He's not coming near me. Yeah. Yeah, so there's a strings club that she's been attending, and the teacher brings ukuleles and stuff. So I think she would love that. But yeah. Oh, what's up? I found a video yesterday. It was on my Facebook feed of Nemo from about 3 years ago. And Ada had just taken all the kids out, so I had a moment to myself. It was nice and quiet, and he was sitting on the keyboard, just making noise, just because he was Nemo. He really was a nasty cat. Remember when she was so little and she would just sit up on my shoulder? Not anymore. Hey. Okay, I'll let you go. There you go. She's on the desk, on the chair next to my desk, because it's got one of those fleecy blankets on it. She likes it. She's curled straight back up. Comet! Hey, puss. If I shake this, it's not food. Sorry, Star. Ah, she's so noisy too, Julie. She does meow, meow. She's really loud. Hi, Michelle. Where are we? Yeah, so Comet's growing up, I guess. Yeah, cats are lovely, but I just miss. Oh, Comet's coming. He just jumped off something. Did so easily. Comet, you puss. Yeah, Ellen. See, I think the thing that I miss about Nemo most is that he always was happy for a cuddle. Like, you could always go, yeah, boys, and he'd give you a headbutt, whereas they're like, oh, get off me. You know, I miss him. Oh, sorry to hear that, Bob. I actually off me. You know, I miss him. Oh, sorry to hear that, Bob. I actually noticed some kind of like little glitch here, so it might be. I have heard other YouTubers say that usually after about an hour, their lives don't really go well, so it could be that too. I think YouTube try to keep them pretty short. An hour, so short. But oh, that's funny, Diana. My son just asked how you got to Australia. He thought you were Giovanna. I don't even know who that is, but well, is she nice? If you come to Australia right now, my understanding is you have to stay for 2 weeks in hotel quarantine, and it's literally in a hotel. You don't get to choose necessarily unless you're kind of a celebrity, and then I guess you get to choose. But for the most part, if you're just a regular person coming into Australia, they ship you off to a hotel, like actual specified hotel for quarantine, and you stay in there for 2 solid weeks. And on day 3, you're COVID tested, and I think it's day 11 you're COVID tested. And if those are both negative, then you're allowed to leave after 14 days. And all of the meals are provided, but it's like $3,000 if you come to Australia just for the first 2 weeks. So, yeah. Oh, good. I'll have to look her up. Star is actually due to be de-sexed next week. I think Tuesday next week, Monday, Tuesday next week. So hopefully there's no problems. I'm a little bit concerned about it because if there's a problem and then you got Christmas, but I don't know because I've only had male cats and dogs for years. I don't know how they'll go. And I like you can put a bucket on her head, but it's not going to stop Comet. They're always licking each other. Yeah, so that is how pretty much we have kept COVID at bay. But as I said just recently, oh, fair enough, Bub. Happy Hogmanay. Yeah, I love that. I've never heard of that before. Yeah, so if you come to Australia, it's not cheap. But like I said, my goodness. The there is a little outbreak in Sydney, which is in the state kind of next door to us. And last I saw, there was 17 community transmitted cases. So nobody really knows where they came from. It's also in a really posh area in Sydney. So anyway, I don't know what I'm suggesting there, but I am just saying that let's just say that if they have to go into lockdown there, they're not going to suffer. Yeah, Natalie, no, I just meant that so I had said to Natalie, to everyone earlier to remind me that I was going to tell you how Christmas was different this year. And it was just that my husband is going to be around a little bit more. He's not going to be working like the day after Boxing Day and stuff like that at this stage. And because he owns his own business, he can kind of pick and choose when he wants to work. And so he has a few jobs next week that he's doing. But beyond that, he's gonna be around a lot more, and I'm kind of delegating more. I'm sort of saying, I need to take the kids shopping. The kids need presents. No, Audrey, I'm still here. So I'm hoping he'll do a little bit more of the Christmas madness. So, oh, that's a good idea, Alison. I have to look at getting. I have to get like a little. Oh, that'll be so cute. Ew, but messy cleaning up. Anyway, we'll think about that. But anyway, so that is what will be different this year. That I'm delegating a lot more. Thank you, Audrey. I've been enjoying Vlogmas too. I just get in my head and I worry that, oh gosh, this is so boring. Like, who would even want to watch this? So I'm trying to think of things that, I can be positive about and hopefully help you. I guess you have, Audrey. I'm sorry. Plus, if you went back and watched it, it takes me ages to answer just 10 questions. So apologies for that. Anyway, so I'm just trying to kind of get out of my head a little bit and just upload for the sake of uploading. Not like that. That comes out wrong. I mean, just for the sake of remaining consistent and hoping that you guys would enjoy it. But I think, what am I offering you? Like, what are you getting of value from me that, you give so much time to me. I want to make sure that I'm giving you something of value. Oh, that's awesome, Sherry. So I think I have certainly just undid the poppers when she needed to go. Oh, fair enough. Well, see, I don't think Star would tell me. Oh, that's good. Thanks, Audrey. Yeah, so I think, like, obviously November was really rough. Like, I just felt really unmotivated, lacking in energy, really irritable. I was like the world's worst mum that month, like just irrationally nasty. And I could hear myself and I was thinking, shut up, lady. And I think just like the stress of the year all caught up with me. I wasn't sleeping properly. I stopped exercising for the most part, but I got into a stage there where I was like waking up and exercising and not getting enough sleep. And that kind of, like, if you don't get enough sleep and exercise, it does nothing physically for you. So you need to like prioritize sleep first, in my experience and from what I know for me. is like sleep is definitely the number one thing, and I underestimated the value of it. I really I gotta say, get frustrated with sleep. It annoys me that I need sleep. Like I just want to go, go, go. But in reality, that's the thing that needs to happen first. And I had to just force myself really to just like stop and to let myself just kind of do crappy dinners and go to bed and sleep in, like not let myself get out of bed at stupid o'clock and hit the ground running. I had to be like, no, if you're still tired, go back to sleep. And so, and I really only needed to do that for a couple of days, really, to start to see the effect. I haven't picked up exercise again yet. I must say, like once you stop exercising, it's so hard to pick it up again, even if you do enjoy it, which I do. Um, I think part of what puts me off, and it's excuses, but part of what puts me off exercise at the moment is the gym. I just don't enjoy it. Like the machines are so old, and the classes that I can go to, they're at like 5:45 in the morning, which I love. However, my husband has been picking up extra shifts at his job, and so I've been able to go to the 2 classes a week that I really enjoy. So, first world problems, seriously. Listen to me whinge. Oh, that is rough, Ellen. Christmas is such a stressful time, and that's probably just something I need to really wind down on this year as well, is just keep it simple. And yet I have found that vlogging or having something to do every day has also helped as well, like having a focus. Yeah, the gym. I wish I could get out of my gym membership, if I'm perfectly honest, but I'm stuck in it. So, because I just don't, if I'm not going to classes, it's not really value for money. If I was going to at least 2 classes, maybe 3 classes a week, and going to the other times, then it would be good value. But at this stage, it's not. Yeah, I know. It's one of those things you think about it, and I think that's what I love more is how I feel after the exercise than the actual doing. I don't like sports, but I do like solo exercise, like walking and some classes. Oh, oh, Sherry, yeah. I think that's it. Like just like a little goal, or I have an 18-month contract, Natalie, with the gym. It sucks. Um yeah, just a little goal or a little focus or a little project is just something, some little deadlines to actually have to get to that's just for you. So, like, as a mum or a homemaker or a carer or whatever, you're constantly like catering to everyone else's deadlines and what they need done. But having something for yourself, so vlogging for me is great because it's kind of like my deadline. Um, but even I don't know, a little bit of study. I definitely like, as much as I am sponsored by Skillshare, this is not sponsored by Skillshare, but I do find like some of the courses on there, not courses, but classes on there are really good. Yeah, Diana, I have about that to lose as well. 45 kilos seems like a lot. Yeah, Nova, swimming in the lake at right now does not sound appealing. Horseback riding. Yeah, I haven't done that. Aussie wasn't able to do horse riding this year because COVID. But anyway, hopefully next year. They're all set to start in March. Austin also wants to play football next year, so we'll see. Like legitimate NRL type football, not soccer. Although he wants to do that too. And Maeve's actually doing soccer. She's doing soccer academy, which means it's kind of like a class at school. So that's pretty cool. It's exclusive. Like you don't just get to join optionally. You have to be invited to join that. So that's cool. She did well. Anyway, 10 more minutes maybe. There's, yeah, let you all go. Wind down. What time is it? 5:30. So maybe, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Is there any questions that you have? In terms of weight loss, I am no, Natalie. So football, we call the English football is soccer to us. Oh. And NRL is like rugby league, rugby. I don't know. I just know there's soccer and there's football. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so on the weight loss topic, I have been listening to a number of different books and realizing and following a lot of like body positive nutritionists and things like that on Instagram, and really learning about how diet culture has gotten into our heads and how we have this arbitrary belief of what we should look like or how we feel or whatever, based on commercialism. And I'm sure that, on the surface, we all know that. But the thing that surprised me, and let me know if you knew this, but the BMI that the doctors use was actually created by a mathematician, not a dietitian or a health person or a medical doctor by any stretch. And it's just like a mathematician's equation without any consideration to a person's genetic makeup or anything like that. And yeah, and then insurance companies decided to take on this BMI to decide what insurance people were entitled to and things like that. So it's just a commercial thing. Like the BMI means literally nothing. And it's disgusting, really, when you think about it. Like that's just awful that we have lived all of our lives being measured by this mathematician equation that actually has nothing to do with the physicality of people's normal bodies. And that's something that I have been trying to get my head around recently, is really accepting my body for what it is. And I talked about it a little bit here and there about having a healthy relationship with food, and I'm really understanding what that means now. Like I'm really starting to take the value of that diet culture placed on food, so like chocolates and lollies and things like that, and really just listen to my body about what I want and why I want it and that sort of thing. So that's, yeah, Sherry, the BMI is just rubbish in my opinion, and in a lot of medical professional opinions, the BMI is like, it's almost embarrassing that doctors use it. Oh, 24 pounds is about 12 kilos, Nova, so that's amazing. There you go, Ali. See, I can't do restrictive diets. If I did, if I was told to, it's like my mind doesn't, it's, yeah. If I was told to cut a certain food out, that's what I would obsess over, and my body would respond to that through stress. And yeah. See, and the thing that I realized was that a lot of my lack of meal planning and budgeting and all of that came down to the rules that I had placed on food based on diet culture and the beliefs around certain foods and the ways to cook things. And it's years of diet culture that have just, yeah, it's not healthy. So I am starting to get my head around that a little bit more. And I'm learning, like, I'm learning to listen to my body and just learning to know, oh, I'm craving some sugar. What does that mean and why? And eating it if I want to. And granted, I have put on weight, but I haven't been exercising and I wasn't losing weight when I was exercising heaps. And I think it's because I was also restricting my diet. So my body was going, oh, okay, we're running for things. We better retain some of this. Like, I don't know, but I'm experimenting a lot with listening to my body and exercising for the sake of it. Not, and I've been doing that more for the mental health. It's definitely been about that. And I will say that I feel really awful about my physical body right now. Like, I'm not loving the sight of myself. So I'm working on trying to be a little bit better about that within myself. And I've half been playing around with maybe documenting that on YouTube with I actually did set up a second channel, a third channel, where I would just each week just keep it really simple and just kind of say, well, this is what I discovered this week about myself and da 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 da. And this is how I'm debunking diet culture this week and all the rest of it. So, yeah, I've thought about doing that. But the thing with having multiple channels is obviously regularly uploading. I don't want to start something and then stop. So it would be something that I, there you go, hot cook. That's just, anyway, yeah. The thing is a little background on channels. So you'll notice that sometimes my thumbnails and my titles and stuff are a bit just like plain and ordinary. And it's really because the algorithm, like YouTube is a search engine, so you have to have all these keywords in it, and it's a game that I haven't really quite figured out yet. But yeah, I don't want to do that on my body channel. I just want it to be kind of like a journey and just document it for myself, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so what are we saying here? We're saying I take chromium to stop the sugar cravings. Okay, I'll look into that. I don't really get a lot of sugar cravings though, just around that time of the month, and I just go with it because try to take my chocolate from me then. But sugar is not in the raw basics of sweets. I definitely, obviously, yeah, like sugar, but not in the cakes and like give me cheese any day. Our body's going to hang on to everything if we eat too little. That's right, Julie. And I actually think I've been talking to a dietitian about this as well. I actually think that I have literally been restricting myself for years, like probably my entire adult life, restricting what I eat and then binging. So any, like, just as my body kind of, and not binging in the like food issue type like mental health side of things, but in the kind of like overcompensating way. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Anna Sacconi is an interesting character as well in terms of eating and anyway, I'm just thinking about that and just, you know, you hear it, don't you? You catch yourself like, oh, I'm being naughty because I'm having these extra chips or something like that. And it's not naughty, is it though? Like, foods don't have morals. This is what I keep reminding myself. There is no such thing as morals when it comes to food. And I try to teach my children that um, every food is okay. It's just some foods you probably have to eat less of and more of other foods because of the nutrients within it. And there are nutrients, let's face it, in every food, unless you're literally eating plastic. There's something in them, and whether they're a healthy choice or not, but if you crave it, it often means that your body needs that particular nutrient, right? So the only times I've never restricted myself when it comes to food is when I've been pregnant. So obviously I've been taking care of the kids and physically looking after them. And often I lost weight while I was pregnant, and I weighed less the day I gave birth than I did the day I fell pregnant because I wasn't restricting myself. I was eating what my body wanted and what my baby needed, and wasn't always healthy. Although with Jonah, it was like fruit salad and stuff like that. But yeah, so I think I just need to get my mindset around that. And it's been a long journey, and I sometimes get frustrated with myself because I think, how am I inspiring anyone to create change when it's taken me this long to make change? But again, that's just me getting into my head a little bit. See, this is it, Diana. We've gone into this diet culture thing where we think that we have to be on these restrictive diets, and we put all these values into carbs and sugars and all of that sort of stuff. And in reality, a lot of the research that we're following based on diets is rot. So the sugar, there was something a few years ago where people were talking about sugar being as addictive as cocaine. And that was based on a study, one single study of rats choosing to eat sugar over cocaine in like a laboratory. And however, they ate the sugar when they had other things to do. Whereas if they had nothing to do, they went to the cocaine or something. Like, obviously, I'm not saying it exactly right, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't feel like, I think when we hear the rules of diets, we need to really research where they came from and what facts are behind it. So some books that I recommend if you're wanting to look into this sort of stuff a little bit more, some books that I recommend, I'll just look them up, is one called, I'll answer that in a sec, Just Eat It by Laura, oh, you can't see that, by Laura Thomas, and she's a doctor. And I literally have been reading this book for 2 years because it's really, not 2 years, but at least a year, because it's really confrontational. Like, not in a bad way, but I mean, it's really debunking a lot of what I believe to be true for my entire life. And she goes through some of the studies that are just rubbish. And the other one is called the diet, the effort diet. No, that sounds like the effort. No, the F. How can I say that? The it diet. You get it right. Like, anyway. So I hope that didn't offend anyone, but it's literally a good book. Let me see if you can. Oh, for some reason it's not on my list, but that's because I got a new phone and I haven't downloaded it yet. Here we go. Maybe you have. No, apparently I have not. Anyway, it's called the diet. You get my point. So, yeah, they talk about a lot of the diet culture myths and a lot of what we've been led to believe over the years. And like I said, it's quite confrontational because, like, literally my entire life I've had the diet culture like hammering rules to me, like too much fat is bad for you. And that has affected how I prepare meals for my family because I'm like restricting all these things and not adding this because calories or something. And now in recent weeks, I actually noticed, and I have this scale that measures all sorts of things. I actually noticed that while I wasn't losing weight, other measurements on these scales were changing. So I thought I would just kind of like maybe share some of that. And yeah, I don't know, let me know. Do you think that would be helpful? Would someone be interested in seeing that side of the journey for me? Like just sharing it. Now, Alison H has asked, am I growing my hair? And oh, I'm ready to get a haircut. I forget the name of the hairdresser that I went to last time, and I need to make an appointment, and time's getting away, and money, and blah blah blah. Slow and steady, more believable than lost 100 pounds in a month or abs in 2 weeks. If I crave the bread, I'll eat it, but missing it and craving it are two different things for me. That's right, Nova. And that's the thing that I need to kind of differentiate between. I need to define if I'm just wanting it for the sake of wanting it, or is it something that my body is wanting? And like just learning that about myself. And it takes a long time to debunk 25 years of diet culture. It's crazy rules that we don't even realize that we've implemented into our lives, and calorie counting and all that sort of stuff. And I saw a friend, she went out to dinner with some friends a few weeks back, and one had lost a significant amount of weight, and she was like, she wasn't drinking, or we'd usually have like a few drinks and have a good old laugh. She wasn't drinking, and the way she was eating was, I think she only ate half of her dinner, and maybe she wasn't hungry, and that's fine. But there was a comment where she said something like, oh, I've had those in my fridge for ages, but I've looked up the calories of them and I won't touch them. And I was thinking, oh, it's kind of sad. I mean, if that makes her feel good, then that's fine. But I don't know, like life is for living, and just because you have like I don't know, it was a drink or something, you have one drink once in a month, it's not going to undo the months of hard work of exercising and eating to her body's needs. And I just thought, if it's that precarious, like if having that one drink is going to throw you off altogether, then is it sustainable long term? So these are the things that I'm just kind of like, and it's stuff that I've said. I've probably got videos of me talking about it, quite frankly, but I want to learn all that stuff about myself and be really conscious of it this year. When I met my husband, I was very strict vegetarian. When I lost 45 kilos, I was going to the gym 3 times a day. See, this is the thing. Like, that's what I did as well. When I fell pregnant with Rose, I lost 20 kilos. And I was like going to the gym excessively, and that's the thing that I would do. Okay, Julie, I'll keep it up. I can obsess about something, and obviously you eventually get results, but it's not sustainable. So my goal is, and I have to think about my kids. Like, we have this struggle. Austin eats nothing. Literally, he's probably eaten 4 apples this entire year. And he eats no vegetables. We see a therapist on a fortnightly basis to try and get through all of that. So I have to be really conscious of not exacerbating that by restricting my own things in front of him. And then obviously Maeve is starting to get bombarded with diet culture stuff. So I'm really trying really hard to just kind of debunk anything that I hear might come out of her mouth, so that it's not infiltrated into her head all the time. I don't want my children to have to struggle with this. And our Rosie, she loves her food, and I want to encourage that. I want her to encourage, I want to encourage her to just eat when she's hungry and what she likes. And I don't want my kids to ever feel like they have to look a certain way to be accepted based on a society thing. So I have to start that with me. I have to catch myself, because like I said, 25 years of diet culture and just negative self-talk and all that sort of stuff. Oh my God. Alison, this is it. Oh, good. Fair enough, Alison. I like that. That's a good goal. That's very measurable too, by the way. One day you'll just be like, hey, I don't feel my ass move. So, yeah, I think that's it, like setting measurable goals. For me, I would just like to, I did get to a point and I didn't appreciate it when I got there, was I felt good putting on my clothes and clothes felt a bit looser. And then, yeah, and then I sabotaged myself basically because I was like, wait, but I didn't do it right. Like, so much to undo in my head. It's messy. So, yeah, I think I might just share some of that. It might not make sense to anyone, but that's my plan, is to just kind of like talk about that sort of stuff and debunk some of the myths that are going around and not follow any rules. Oh, fair enough, Sherry. Thank you. Good luck. You're not alone. Just know that, Sherry. We're all here for you. Yeah, so that's the plan for, I've been playing around with it for literally months and just, the perfectionist. Like, I just want to get it right. I don't want to do it wrong or start something and stop something. So, yeah, that's some stuff that I'm working on in the background in my brain. But yeah, I should probably, it's nearly been 2 hours, you guys. There's so many of you still here though, so I don't want to leave. But if you have some questions, I should probably check if there's any questions in the comments, because some people do leave comments on the video and don't realize there's a chat part. So let me just double check that in case I can answer something from down there. Nope, not that I can see. Maybe they don't. I don't know. I haven't done a live for a while. Yeah, there you go. See, I don't know. I just feel like I would just love, I've been, following these body positivity women, these plus size women, and how they just love their bodies. I don't care what my body looks like necessarily. I just want to feel good about it. And I want my kids to be the same. So I'm just going to do it, I think, and maybe just release it. Like maybe pre-film a whole heap of videos and just release them one at a go. It's like true for everything. I just want to get it right. I don't want to let you guys down, but maybe I just need to. In the past, when I've just done it for me, it's actually benefited you guys. So maybe that's what I just need to take that perspective. Yeah, Julie. I think Kimmy says that, doesn't she? From She's in Her Apron. It's definitely an expression that I've used for years. Pooch is it? It's nearly 8 p.m. Very dark outside. See you soon. Thanks so much, Alison. Yeah, I know, right, Nova? I know. Love me how I am. Oh, it's so weird. But I do appreciate it. I do. I just get into my head a lot and into that comparison mode, and I think, well, why aren't I growing? But then I think I don't want to grow because I really love the community that I have already. And if I don't, with growth comes nasty. So maybe I just want to, I get in my head too much. I just need to just do, right? Just do, not mess about. I'm probably going to go in about 15 minutes because I feel like 2 hours is really long. I've taken so much of your time and I do really, truly appreciate it. Maybe I should look and see if there's been any questions that I can answer. Let's see if I can do this without losing you guys, because, it's possible. Okay, so let's see if there are any questions that have been asked recently. Do you know what I've been watching lots of? Like, it's really bad. I'll get into these rabbit holes. Is like 1950s. Good morning, Lucy. 1950s housewife. Like, yeah. Let me know. Have you watched any of those like recreations of 1950s housewives? Let's see if I can find any that have any questions in it. Contain a question that I have not replied to. Let's just go with contain a question and I'll see if I've answered them. Yeah. I see. I don't like, not to debunk what you're saying, hot cook, but my husband is happy if I'm happy. Like, he doesn't care how I look. So I think it's more important to worry about how I feel about myself. And I think and that's what my husband says. Like, in the times when I felt good about myself, he said he's never found me more attractive is whenever, like, not about how I look necessarily, but about how I feel about myself. And that's what he has always encouraged me, to just feel good about myself, however that is. And he's just pretty wonderful like that, really. And it's true for me too. Like, I've never really noticed, like, he's always been slim and fit and healthy and the rest, but I don't look at him like that. I just, like, when he is feeling good about himself, then I think he's wonderful. And when he's feeling down about himself, then it's a little bit harder to get along with, you know? So I think that's, it never really comes down to how someone looks, does it? It's about how you feel. And I always tell my kids this story. When I was in high school, there was this girl, and I remember the first time I saw her, I was like, wow, she's so beautiful. And I was just like, wow, isn't she lovely? But she was nasty. And she used to pick on me for some reason. I don't know. She really didn't like me. I don't know why. She would just like walk past and like grab things and throw them out of my hand. And I was so intimidated by her. And I just got to a point where I could not see her beauty. Like, I was like, why did I ever think she was beautiful? Like, if you looked at a photo, you'd go, oh yeah, she's really pretty. But then when you were around her, you didn't see it. And yeah, I really feel like that's the truth about beauty, isn't it? It really is how someone makes you feel. And that's if you see beauty in them, it's usually because they make you feel good. But if someone makes you feel terrible, you start to see all of their little faults and just nastiness. And if you feel terrible about yourself, you usually see faults in other people as well. So I think that's what it really comes down to, is about how you feel about yourself and how people make you feel when you're around them. And the only thing that you can control is yourself. So, yeah, something I was thinking about. Natalie said, how the school holidays going so far? Ozzy has loved his sleepover. I was so sad yesterday because he had to go home, obviously, the little mate, and he leaves on the 11th of January. And obviously we've got Christmas next week, and so sad. And Austin, yeah, got really upset. And I felt so sad for him because they just get along so well. It's like they speak their own language. And even in times where Austin would get really frustrated, and even this little boy actually has some history of like really over the top reactions to things. And yeah, and they just don't fight. It's so nice. So it's no trouble having him around. I quite enjoy it, but I don't get anything done, obviously. Okay, so I have found some questions. No, he's not moving countries, but he is moving 3,000 kilometers away. He's not even leaving the state. Technically, he'll still be in our state, I think. Yeah, but yeah, he is moving 3,000 kilometers away. We have a very big state. So, hey, Google, convert 3,000 kilometers to miles.
3,000 kilometers is 1,000.
So it's nearly like
64.114 miles.
Yeah, there you go. So 1,800 miles away. It's a long way. Hi, just me from Chicago. Thank you for being here. The Windy City, right? I know some stuff. I'm very bad at geography. Okay, so some of the questions that I've found, one of them was, am I using steel wool on my cooktop and does it scratch the surface at all? And that was asked by someone named Sasha. I haven't seen her comment before, so she's probably not here. But the steel wool is like a really light abrasiveness, and it doesn't scratch it. But I wasn't like fully digging in, scrubbing. So yeah, it didn't really scratch it. It did clean it up really well, but I wouldn't make a habit of it. Okay, someone has said they would love to see more of the dogs. That's cute. I'll try. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm just trying to find some comments. And there's like some questions, but they're just kind of like rhetorical questions. Do you find, okay, so someone has said, do you find Costco any better than the other grocery shops? I think I sort of answered that somewhere along the lines. I like Costco for the bulk buying opportunities because I don't get those. I just feel like the grocery stores are just, you can't bulk buy enough at the grocery stores. You have to buy so much. So I do love Costco for that, like being able to buy 5 kilos of flour in one container is way better than having to buy 5 or even 2 and 3 bags of flour. I'd like to buy 5 kilos at a time, and you can't buy that in the shops necessarily. Oh, thank you, just me. I actually have to hold my kids back from being in my videos because they want to be in them more. So yeah, did I answer the Costco question? See, I get distracted. I'm sorry. When does Jonah start full-time school? He starts in 2022. So January 2022 is when he starts prep. So he'll go to preschool next year. It's in the same kindy that he's at. He's going into what he calls the lunchbox room because I have to pack lunches for his preschool. So he calls it the lunchbox room, where you have to take a lunchbox for that particular room. Whereas the room he's in now, they provide all the meals, which I love. But yeah, he's keen to go to the lunchbox room. And every day, because we told him he will go to the lunchbox room after Maeve's birthday. First there's Maeve's birthday, then there's Christmas, then he'll go to the lunchbox room. Forgetting how literal 4-year-olds are. So we had Maeve's birthday and we walked into kindy and they had a Christmas tree up and he goes, is it Christmas? Am I going to the lunchbox room? No, Jonesy, you're still in the room you're in now. So he loves it. He loves the lunchbox, loves to go to the lunchbox room. I don't know why. He's just obsessed with it. He really likes his kindy teacher, so that's nice. He really likes his new daycare, which is really nice. So that's when Jonah starts school, 2022. And no, I don't force my kids to be on my channel, and I try to remember, well, definitely respect their spaces, but obviously I still clean their rooms sometimes. They're a little bit more responsible, and there's some new levels of expectation coming up next year because we're going to start pocket money and stuff like that. My kids would love to be in my videos though. I just found the reason I stopped putting them in my videos or vlogging so much around them was they're just different kids. You're not getting my real kids when I put the camera on them. They start to behave like the kids that they see on YouTube. Do you know what I mean? So they start going, oh, wow, how exciting is this? And it's like a cup of milk. It's not exciting, guys. It's a cup of milk. But keep it real. So that's why I kind of stopped putting them on there. I think the straw for me was a couple of Christmases ago, I did film Christmas Day, and I don't recall if I put it up. Maybe I did. I edited it, and Maeve was given a school bag, like just a plain and simple school bag filled with school stationery, nothing special. And she's like, oh, wow, I love this. And she was like, and I was just sitting there going, you're not that excited about lead pencils. I'm sorry. Like, your acting's fantastic, but it's just not that exciting. So that's when I sort of stopped filming them. Because I just felt like they did say to me one day, I was vlogging, and Rosie said to me, Oh, you sound so different when you put your when you're talking on camera. And I guess that's true because I don't swear so much on the camera. And you do when you're talking to people, like you do have different voices and you have different, I'm not going to say personas, but you know, there's like private you and public you, like you're definitely different. But yeah, I guess you guys get my public me, but you also get a lot of private me too. Like a lot of the stuff that I say, I would not say to the mums at the school gates. You know what I mean? Anyway, so I have to kind of balance that out a little bit. Um, Sometimes I overshare for sure. And I don't want my kids behaving like they're not who they are. So that's why I don't put them on. I know, yeah, it's true, Mel. I think so. I don't know, but they're just the over the top reactions to things and the hi guys. Like just putting the camera on you guys. Like they suddenly feel like they're kids from some massive, I don't know. I don't even know who they watch. Rose watches a lot of family vloggers. I try to discourage, if I'm honest, because I don't feel like it's realistic or yeah, Felicia. It isn't safe. There are some issues with that. I'm trying to find the balance with that though, because the world is, yeah. I'm trying to find some balance in it. I know, right? Okay. And they do fake videos all the time, Natalie. And I hear them like Austin does gaming videos, like without a camera or anything. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are, and they get, and it's cute, like it's all part of role play, right? And I'm happy for that. But yeah. And in terms of, like I said, their safety and their security, I'm not going to say that I've done the right thing by any stretch of the imagination because I've always shown my kids on Facebook. Maeve was born sort of the same time that Facebook came out, and when Facebook first came out, it was literally just the people that you knew. Like you had your friends, and there was like maybe 7 of them. Really, Facebook has become way bigger, and so I've like restricted a lot of my history in terms of Facebook, which is a bit sad because I've lost lots of memories. But I don't think when it first came out that I really understood how big and wide it was. I don't think anybody really did. So I have been trying to be more conscious of that and thinking about the fact that, you know, anyone can Google kids or they can Google things. And what we see as innocent, like that's the other struggle that I've had. Like what you see as innocent, like your kid running around in a nappy under the hose, like you don't think anything of it, but you know, once you start to think about it, that there are creepers out there who do think something of it. So having to go into that mindset a little, like that's really not a nice place to be in, like really thinking about, oh, did someone just enjoy that in a way that I wouldn't want my child to be, you know. So yeah, trying to say that as lightly as I can. But I mean, I've always been very conscious of not showing them half naked and stuff like that. At least I think I have. And just being very conscious of how they're sitting and that sort of stuff. But it is a constant. It is something that I've always thought about. A lot of the times, my privacy has been about not wanting to be found by people who actually know me and just having this private world on YouTube. Because obviously I invite you guys into my house when I wouldn't invite my next door neighbor over. Like when my house is that disgustingly messy, I wouldn't let my next door neighbor in, but I'll invite the world in. So go figure. I definitely try not to speak about things that are their private business, and I try to be really conscious of not showing their uniforms and things like that. But if people really wanted to find out, they certainly could. Like, it wouldn't take a rocket scientist. Like, if people really wanted to nosedive into your business, like, people will find out. And I try to be careful of it, but I don't think that anybody is, if you so much as log on to the internet, uh, I think you're exposing yourself, and whether you're a YouTuber or not, like, you just are. Like, if you sign up to a mailing list, you've exposed yourself as far as I'm concerned. But I just try to minimize that as much as I can without being, because, yeah, like, I think the only way to truly protect yourself online is to go off grid. No online banking, nothing, like, just go off grid. So you have to kind of find that balance between being sharing and hopefully helping, because that's what I do this for. Like, I'm always thinking, how will this help someone else, or what would I have wanted to know when I'm in this really bad place, and how can that help someone else. And obviously, in terms of my kids' extra needs, try to come to that from a how will this help another person, like, what is the information that they need that would help them. So I can only speak from my perspective, so the things that I feel about when I am experiencing the therapies with my child, like, not his. It's a real fine line, and I don't think I get it right all the time, but I try to, and I guess that's all you can do. So that's it. Hey, Mrs. Foraman, have I been affected by the storms in Queensland? No. No worries, Nova. See ya. We haven't so much had a lot up here. We had a little bit of rain and it's muggy and hot, but nothing destructive like in some of the places just sort of down the mountain. My sister-in-law, actually, she's in New South Wales, and she got flooded. She was going to work, I think, and she crossed a crossing and kind of went, oh, it's a bit dodge. And she crossed another one, it was a bit dodge. And she got to a third one and it was like way dodge. And she went, no, gone home. So she turned around. But by the time she turned around, the two dodgy ones that she'd gotten through were really dodge. So she was stuck in the middle. And she ended up having to sleep in her car until they went down a little bit for her to get home. So, see, Facebook now apparently is only for old people, Diana. So my daughter is not interested in Facebook. However, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Lord only knows what else. I keep a pretty close eye on those things, but again, her privacy is important. Like, she doesn't have to share everything to me. We have certain rules, like, she understands about doing TikToks, public TikToks in her uniform, and her Snapchat's like really locked down to only people that she knows. The rule used to be only people that I know, but realistically, once they hit high school, it's really hard to know who they know. And social life is so much on social media now. Like, when we were kids, or when I was a kid, obviously it was like real life. If you met someone through someone, you only met them through that someone. But now they meet someone through someone through someone. My kids have, well, Maeve in particular is very well educated on online predators, and we've had lots of conversations about how you never really know who you're talking to or what people are going to see. So she is very conscious of that and very self-aware, almost to the extreme that she gets really stressed if, like, she privates any stories or videos or anything that she creates through the day, she privates them through the night, like, which I feel like is a bit extreme. But that just, she does that because that helps her to feel secure, and that's cool. Like, she only wants those things live when she can be there, I guess, and that makes sense. It concerns me that it's a little bit obsessive, but yeah, trying to find that fine line between encouraging safety while not supporting paranoia. Hey, Steph. Good morning. I'm just about to go. Oh, jeeps. We got over 2 hours already. Yeah. That's it. They say that Facebook's just for old people. I have younger mum friends who are in their 30s and late 20s who say Facebook's for old people. I'm like, that's cool. Say yes. So, yeah. Anyone over 30, you're old. Sorry. You're still young, Steph. Oh, wait. Sorry. All right. Even though you just got here, Steph, I'm probably going to have to go. No, 43 is not old, by the way, except from a 19-year-old's perspective. Let's be real. So I'm 41. But I guess because my kids are still young as well. Felicia. Thanks, Natalie. It has been great. No, everyone's still young. I just feel like I sometimes think about now. I think I am older now than probably most of my high school teachers were. And I think, oh, they didn't really have it together either, did they? It's so weird to think that when I was a teenager, I thought they were so old at like 25. And really, who takes a 25-year-old seriously? Sorry. For those of you who are 25. But I just mean what you knew when you were 25 and what you know when you're 40. Yeah, I just feel like you never really know everything, but I think in your teens and your 20s, you think you do. By the time you're 30, you're like, I know nothing. It has been great, Natalie. Thank you. Sorry, I'm stretching to wake up now. So I did get up at 3:30. So there you go, Diana. Facebook is special then. All right. Well, my friends, you have been amazing. There's still 26 of you here, though. So I thank you for being here because I know I ramble. All right. See ya. Hey, just me, what's your name? If you're even your first name or initial, even, so I'm not calling you just me. It has been lovely, Mel. Thank you for being here. Julie, you are in the you are on both ends of the spectrum. That's crazy. Oh, thanks for being here. So appreciate you guys. I will vlog today and I will upload tomorrow. Cynthia, thank you, Cynthia. Thank you for being here. Please remind me every time because I will forget. But if it makes you feel any better, I sometimes forget my children's names. So I love that, Mrs. Forum. What is your name, by the way? Thank you, Cynthia. My inside age is definitely under 30. My outside age blew the fuse on the iron. 100%. So relatable. I love that. That's a really cool expression. Oh, dear. All right. Any other questions before I go? I know. It's like, no, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. It's always hard to say goodbye. Comet didn't come and see us. Okay. Unless there's a delay, I'm going Mrs. 4MN. If you could let me know your name at some stage, however you do. Like maybe we're connected to, oh, Amelia, I'm sorry I'm going. I missed you. Oh, this always happens. Have a great day, Lucy. Thank you. Sorry, Amelia. I tried to do this time because no one else is awake. So sad. Okay. All right. Ta-ta. Farewell. Thank you for being here. Love you guys. Take care. See you tomorrow. Not live, but I'll go chat to you now in tomorrow's vlog. Okay. Oh, thank you, Demetrius. Thank you. Okay. Ta-da. Bye, Felicia. Oh, sorry. That's really bad.